And we are back. Ava, I'd like you to make a smarts roll before we start this round.
Okay.
It clicks. With your exceptional notice roll, when you guys were driving to your house, you did see a gleaming new red Firebird Trans Am parked at the end of the street. And it just clicks in your head that as you drove by, it did have a fraternal order of the police like decal on the design on the license plate. It
Mm.
struck you as just being, oh boy, that's a nice shiny new car. I bet it's you know comfortable inside and fast and loud. But you were focused more on looking out for an Audi that's pearly white, or perhaps a blue Monte Carlo. But it
Yeah.
clicks that that red Firebird is probably the car they arrived in, just because of the police style license plate.
Talk about needing to be defended. Jeez. Which choice?
Ava and
Oh boy.
Sophia and Shep, if you are happy with your cards, I am going to start the round.
I'm happy with the number of bennies I have left, so yes.
Yep, saving those
Okay.
bennies for the
I'm
inevitable wounds.
good.
Irwin, who is going to suffer a minus because he has been wounded. What else can he do? I guess he can swing at you with his aluminum baseball bat. It also has that shock absorbing, like padded tape around the handle. It looks like his hands are very soft and delicate.
Is it
Well, that
intricate with
goes with, being able, not having anything to hit whenever
You know?
he gets hit square between the legs.
And just for
Oh,
color, just for color, you do not understand the forces you are dealing with. And he's going to swing. Irwin,
oh boy.
I'm going to take off the. He's not focused on Sophia anymore. I'm going to control click on Shep. It indeed says he is targeting Shep. I'm going to go to Irwin's combat tab. He's going to swing his baseball bat, also a heavy metal club. This could hurt. It's merely. Oh, he automatically, on his turn, removed his shaken status.
Yeah.
That's nice. The UI did that for me. He still is wounded, however.
But please tell me he's at a -1 because he crit failed.
No, he didn't crit fail. I'm trying to figure out. Was he only shaken? No, he had a. I'm sure he had a
Yeah, he had one wound
he
because
had
he
a
only
wound, and it
he only
says
did
he
the
has
one.
a wound. It says he's -1 wounded. So he should have taken a -1. Why was that not figured out into his swinging? Let me swing again. Just that's very that's very odd. Um, so the next two rolls I made did give him a -1, but
Yeah, the first one.
his first roll
mm,
against you was a 4, which would go down to a 3, and
would have missed.
it cleanly missed you.
Yay!
You don't know the forces you're dealing with. I advance. Ava, you are next in the combat tracker with a 9 of diamonds. What would you like to do?
I want to pull out my pepper spray and spray it at Hector. um,
It's going to take a
it
shooting roll.
says shooting or fighting if engaged, no range penalty, but max range is about 10 feet. I've used it at least once before today, so I have 4 shots of pepper spray left.
Okay, you are engaged. You are like within combat of him. You are one of the
Ooh,
choices of who he's going to swing at. I'm going to say that you're engaged. No range penalty, but you
perfect.
have to use
Cool.
fighting. And I think fighting, did we discuss fighting at a -1 due to the fact that he's a boy?
Yeah, I'm happy to do that. It says use or fighting. Victim must make vigor roll at -2 or be stunned. I guess that's if I manage to actually strike.
Right.
Okay, here we go.
Do you have him targeted?
I did at a -1. Oh no! I want to Betty that.
Come on, little girl, he says,
Oh man.
his teeth gleaming. He's got a great smile.
I did a thing. That's a 7.
7. What is Hector's parry? It's only a 6. He tried to turn aside, but he got a snootful of that. He needs a
Okay.
vigor roll. He needs a vigor roll at -2.
Yes.
I type a -2. I go to Hector's vigor. I roll it. He fails. A 5. -2 is only a 3. This
He
is
is
why.
stunned.
This is why we have bennies, my friends.
Unless he succeeds with his Benny. Otherwise, he's stunned.
Benny. I got bennies all day. Hector's got bennies. I've got bennies. An 8 on the die. -2 is a success.
Oh, fudge.
He says, down at the station, we do that for fun.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I don't like it.
I mean, there's an effect. His eyes are watering. He's choking a little bit. Wipes his eyes, but he's still just got a wicked evil gleam. And
Are you a lot at the station, huh? Okay.
I will move behind Sophia.
okay, he will take a swipe at you as you
Yes.
disengage.
Most definitely.
Okay, I'm going to.
I will play into her phobia. I think it's only fair.
I'm going to slide the pennant momentarily down to Hector. I'm going to untarget whoever was targeted. I think it was Shep. I'm going to target Sophia. I'm sorry, not Sophia. That's just not fair. It's only because Sophia was right in front of him. He is going to target the diminutive Ava Rodriguez.
Rip Ava, guys. Scary men are scary.
Scary men are scary. Come on. He's going to swing his nightstick at you. He's got his gun in his other hand, but again, that's going to draw too much attention. And he doesn't think that you 3 noodle-armed college students are any match for him and his noodle-armed medical examiner. He swings the club.
Surrounded by noodle arms.
His billy club.
Surrounded by noodle arms.
He swings. He gets a 9.
Oh God, Ava is gonna get
Now
whacked.
I targeted Ava. Let me just test. I'm going to move you back, and I'm going to swing again and see if it's the fact that I swung at you when your token was out of range. I'm just curious if that's why it didn't say like hit shaken.
Oh, maybe.
No. Why? This is crazy. Why is it not
You targeting me?
giving me? Nope.
I know.
And I
mine
clearly have you targeted.
Well, in the combat tracker, it doesn't show him targeting anybody right now.
Yeah, it doesn't show him targeting me. I had him targeted, but I stopped targeting him.
Well, then I'm going to stick with that 9, that original roll.
Yeah.
But this is just for the sake of curiosity. I show you him targeting you. I'm going to click off of you, and now I'm targeting no one. And now I'm going to control click again. I get the little 1-inch arrow that points at Ava. And then Hector, swings a combat weapon,
Yeah, I don't see it, weirdly enough.
metal baseball bat, hockey stick, but it doesn't say like miss, hit with a raise. Why is that?
That's really strange.
It is really annoying. But that
Does it do
original,
it when you drag and drop? I wonder if it does it even then.
maybe, okay, I'll control and click you, and then I'll drag my little targeter onto Ava. And again, it shows you. And then
Highlights me blue.
I mean, I don't have to do an attack roll from the combat tracker.
Oh,
That one showed.
now it showed.
And you hit with a 4, so she was pretty much going to get hit.
Yeah, I'm.
So isn't
I'm
that
handling-
weird? I click like his bat on his character sheet, and it doesn't give me all the extra bells and whistles. It simply gives me the number. But when I click on the line of the combat tracker under his like attacks, you know, it gives me, all right. So let's roll back that 9 that I originally rolled. Does that clear your parry?
Yes, I only have a 4 for a parry.
So it's a hit with a raise. So I believe
Yeah.
it is a d6 of extra damage. And I'm pretty sure his weapon damage I can drop on you.
Oh gosh.
It looks like 11 points of damage. It looks like you are shaken and wounded. 1 wound. And that's even with that extra d6. My d6s only came up 3 and 2. That's poor. But he's gonna let it stand. Got to save some bennies for round 3. You have a toughness of 4. You have a wound. Would you like to soak?
Yeah, I'll give it a try. Maybe I can drag that over to the shaken.
I
No.
think you should have like a little bloody drop.
Yeah. Drag over that. Soaked.
Okay, soaked. Very nice. Maybe I should have used a Benny to put some extra damage on the diminutive. Well, I can always do that next round.
Poor Ava. She's getting beaten with a bat.
And that
Or
was
a nightstick, I should say.
only a sort of an opportunity attack as you moved away. So I'm going to move the little pennant back to Sophia. Sophia, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Well, I've got a stun gun, so I'm going to use that.
Okay. And the rules are very similar for a stun gun. You use shooting.
So this
Again,
is also unskilled.
a vigor roll at -2. Wounds untrained comes up a 6. Well, that's going to hit because it only needs to hit a 4. And it did take your wounds into account. I must make a vigor roll at -2 or I'm stunned. So, -2 into the box. Here comes the vigor. An 8. -2. He's got what are they called? Like the little spikes? He's got like a spike stuck to his shirt. He smiles at you and he says, "That felt good."
Oh no. Oh no.
What's a good quote? What's a good quote for him? The module does give like things that they'd say. The Berkhoon way is the true way. Most humanity is sheep or cattle. You can be part of the herd, or you can be the wolf. I choose to be a wolf. Is there,
Oh
any,
Well, that's
wow.
great for you.
is there anything else you would like to do before I advance your turn?
Definitely not
Goodness
the alpha.
gracious.
Desperately search for the magazine that Erica took out.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Smarts roll.
You said smarts.
Actually, make that notice because you were kind of watching Erica. Would you like to Benny that?
I would. Come on.
Ooh.
Yeah, that
Oh.
looks good.
Okay, she put it on the inside pocket of whatever jacket or sweatshirt was wrapped around the firearm in your sort of hospital bag.
Perfect. I'm gonna try to get that and get it into the gun.
Okay.
Rifle.
Pop it in. I would like you to make a. You don't have shooting, right?
I do not have shooting.
Make a common knowledge roll. I mean, you stick it in the magazine. I mean, there's a hole at the base of the Sig Sauer, the handle. You pop it in, and it gives you what you think is a very satisfying click. It seems to have, I don't want to say engaged, you seem to have affixed the magazine in the appropriate way, if that makes sense.
I'm gonna hope that I just watched Ava play enough video games.
Right, enough of the first person shooters where you're always switching weapons and bang 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 click, you check the
Hopefully
magazine,
watched her play enough Doom.
put a fresh one in. Okay. And don't forget, next round you need to make a smarts roll to disengage the safety. We go to Hector Martin. Hector Martin is okay. You just pulled a gun out. He's surprised.
What? You see her pull the gun out and laugh at her because it clicked?
He's surprised. Now, this is funny. Hector has
Irwin.
Hector has not only Sophia targeted, but he also targets himself. Don't ask me how that happened. I have no idea. I'm going to unclick. He's got this like pale white disc around himself, and I don't know how to get rid of it. I'm not sure what it signifies.
Oh, click on your token and the white circle goes away, I believe. Or
I just
it's not a
assumed
white
that it was showing
circle.
that it was his turn.
I mean, it is his
Yeah.
turn. Okay, so he only has Sophia selected. What's he gonna do? He tried that and it didn't work. He does that. Guess he's just gonna swing his club again. I'm in charge here, and I'm proving it to you because you need it proven. Says something like that. And targeting. He's going to swing.
He is not a nice man.
He is
Oh
not a nice
God.
man. That was a lot of dice. That was a
That's a
21.
lot.
That was a 21. That was a hit with a
Oh, no,
raise.
yeah,
That was never
no.
not gonna hit.
That hit with a raise adds a +6 damage die using the Savage Worlds rule
You're
set.
the noodliest of
He's
us
gonna
all.
swing. He's gonna do some damage. He sees that blood around your midsection. You know what he did?
Oh, he hit there.
He went with a feint. He looked like he was gonna swing, but as that arc began, he dropped the baton
Oh,
and he jabbed it right into your stitches. He is not a nice man, as Ava would say.
Scary man is scary. Telling you. And you all laugh at me.
And he only shakes you? Well, I'm just gonna have to do something about that.
Fine.
He only
I
shakes
think
you?
it's fine.
So he,
Is he up to the GM's bennies now?
oh, that's right. I have to bring up the combat. Scooch him off to the side and pull one of his bennies off of the combat tracker. Oh, look, he's got plenty of bennies. He's got bennies to burn. He does another. He's going to try to do more damage. Oh, before I do that, he also has to roll. Let me put that benny back. He also has to roll with that additional d6 of damage because of that hit with a 21. Now everything is good with the world again. The club does.
You just used it to reroll on Hector Martin.
I don't know why it did that, but I'll keep the roll. He shouldn't be able to. He shouldn't be able to target himself. That's just insanely weird, and it clearly shows Sophia as selected as the target.
Oh yeah,
But
I just
So
that's
silly.
why
maybe
I wanted to.
but I dropped the Benny on his damage screen. But that's fine. That's 7 points. Sophia, what's your toughness?
This is 5.
Okay. So you are shaken. That was not a hit with a raise. So I don't really know how to do that. So I'm simply going to check the shaken box. And sure enough, you are shaken. I see the little shaken on your icon in the upper left. Would you like to use a Benny to remove that shaken? Or would you like to, as we're near the bottom of the round, Shep only has not gone, would you like to rely upon that automatic reroll to remove shaken next time you act? And you can remove your shaken status anytime, even on somebody else's turn, if you don't want to use a Benny right here.
Think I'll wait for it.
Okay, you remain shaken. You can use a Benny to remove that status at any time of your liking. Hector hit you. He shook you. He smiles at you, a wicked, gleaming smile. And I advance to Shep.
Okay. Is this like D&D where you only get one reaction per round? Meaning, if I move around to the other side of Irwin, is Hector going to be able to use a reaction to attack me?
Oh, would that count as a multi-action
Because
thing?
he's already used a reaction once. But I don't know. I've never had to ask this before. So.
It's good question.
He's got the combat reflexes. edge. But I don't think that's the combat reflexes edge from D&D. I think it means you get like a bonus to come back from shaken. Your warrior recovers quickly from shock and trauma. Adds a +2 to his rolls when attempting to recover from being shaken or stunned. And that's odd because I've got that edge on his sheet, and I don't think he's been getting that bonus, that +2 bonus, every time he's had to make a vigor save. How
Well,
annoying. How annoying. I've got the combat reflexes. It says +2. I don't know why he's not, but he will from now on. But yeah, I'm going to let you move and not take an attack of opportunity.
okay. Because I'm staying within Irwin's range. I'm just basically moving around to open up the playing field a bit. And just because he kind of irritated me by saying I don't know what his, what powers I'm dealing with,
Mm-hmm.
uh, would I be able to burn a Benny to get a charge back?
I'm going to say that since it's after midnight, I'm not going to charge you a Benny.
Okay.
It resets.
Okay. Good.
Just because it's, after 1 o'clock. So, and besides, I'm the dean. I can do that.
Awesome. Okay, well, I'm going to have as I walked around, I'm going to have my little deal out. Basically, go, oh, I know of powers. And, they warned me of strong powers, but you were never mentioned. I am going to.
You see, he has a crestfallen look when he realizes that you're going to fight a cult with a cult.
And I'm going to do my bouillabaisse. Bouillabaisse?
You got to pronounce it right or it's not going to work.
Bouillabaisse.
Say it again.
Bouillabaisse.
You're mechanical and robotic. Say it clearly.
Bouillabaisse.
That's correct. Rats. God, got you mispronouncing fish soup. I got Sophia shooting with a gun with no bullets.
You got us all with that one because I didn't even clock that one until you started grinning.
What can I say? Sometimes I'm a dick.
Okay, and this is an occult row to get it started, right?
I think it is a spirit roll
Spirit row. Okay.
to cast your version of Bolt. That is a success. You could burn a Benny and try to get a success with a raise. You could always critically fail, though.
Yeah, no, I'm going to stick with that because I can always burn the Benny on damage if I need to.
Understood.
So I
You
just
say
do
the word
damage, right?
bouillabaisse. You have a abalone shell or mother of pearl shell disc in your hand. It's heavy. It's got some weight to it. It's got a band, like a brass band around it, and it's bigger than a silver dollar, but not by much. You clench it between your thumb and forefinger. You sort of aim it at him, and smelly fish soup, which fits sort of the theme of tonight's adventure, sprays towards him, steaming. It's almost like you're fighting his frigid cold spell with your steam spell of your own. You can roll damage. I believe it is 2d6.
Yep. Eat some jambalaya. I don't want to give him a Benny.
Oh, please, please.
I will Benny that.
Oh yeah, it's terrible.
Where do I just drop it on?
Under
You could,
the
you could
Drop
just
it on my
second.
you could just drop it on the
image.
you could just drop it on the combat tracker or the on the die rolling area, and it'll say you're using a Benny, and then you can just like click your damage again.
Like that. There we go. He is shaken.
It's only a 6. That's the same result that a 5 gave you. Would you like
Mm.
to try a third time? Can you try?
Mm,
Oh, I see. Oh, I see.
I have one.
I see
I'm
one.
going to leave it
I see
there.
one
I just
Benny left.
Mm.
so let's see. I did that. And I don't think I can do anything else that I can think of. Okay, I will pass my turn.
All right, I'm
That's all.
going to apply that shaken status of that bolt. Looked like he was more astonished and afraid than actually physically injured.
Mm-hmm. It was shocking.
Gonna go to the next. Gonna go to the next round. Ooh, Hector with a queen. He's way up at the top. Irwin down towards the bottom. Would anyone like to use a precious, precious resource to draw a new
No,
card?
I'm good.
I think it still takes into account my hesitant whenever I do that. I always seem to get those twos and then more twos. So nope.
Oh no.
Hector's going to reposition. I'm sorry, I need to take next combatant
Too bad my
is
boat
Hector.
couldn't do a.
You're not shaken.
Oh,
Mr. Bendy.
Yeah. He's going to make a called shot and try to knock the gun out of your hand. I'm going to
damn it.
impose a -2 on his attack. Is that fair? I think a called shot like that would be a -4, but he's a trained combatant in the disarming. Now I'll give him a -4. Hand -4. Target may be disarmed. He is going to swing.
Ooh.
I'm going to impose a -4 on his fighting roll, and he is going to swing. Oh, come on. Really? A -2?
Gosh.
A -2?
Hey,
Are you freaking
Wonderful.
kidding me?
Whoa.
Oh, my goodness. Oh. Next in the combat tracker is Ava.
Is this truck that's next to us? Is this Shep's truck?
It is.
yeah.
Hmm.
You can tell by the front bumper. It's mangled.
Yeah. I want to get in Shep's truck.
Hector will take a swing at you.
Okay. Well,
Now,
is it facing? Is it facing the house? I don't know what way it's facing.
yeah, it's
The-
facing. Do you?
yeah,
I don't think he
it would
usually
be
backs in. He probably pulls
Oh,
front
okay.
in.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna hop inside of the car. Or the truck, I should say. Boop. Flippity floppity.
What are the odds that his door is unlocked?
It's a small town. It's probably
Yeah,
unlocked.
you don't have a gun in there, and you usually don't keep anything in there that's worth taking. Okay, Ava, you get swung at,
Okay.
but yeah,
Uh.
I'm gonna give you some cover as you're kind of going around that truck as he's swinging at you. I'm gonna move the little pennant back to Hector just for a moment. He is not going to target Sophia for purposes of this attack. Instead, he is going to target the diminutive Ava. No, he's not targeting the truck. Come on now.
The truck's in the way.
You break that headlight, you pie it.
Well, I guess that's what this little target button's for. Maybe I'll drop it on Ava. And indeed.
Oh, goodness.
And he's going to swing. What kind of cover am I going to give you?
I guess the truck
medium
door.
Again, medium cover. Half the target is obscured. I'm going to apply a -4 penalty. He can still pretty readily strike you. And I'm going to.
I don't doubt it. She's a small target, but she's a soft target.
Oh. We rolled a 7. It drops to a 3, and his attempt misses. You are safely in the confines of the comfort, relatively speaking, of Shep's truck.
Okay.
And then I'm going to advance to Sophia, I think.
I was going to see if the keys were in there.
Knowing you probably have a set of his keys.
Of his truck keys? I don't know. I don't know.
Probably. You're the only person he would trust to drive it.
Sure, you got a spare key. It's the one that's a little bit bent, and it doesn't always engage the truck.
Okay.
He probably used it to like open a can or something with it and bent it.
I mean, I wanted to see.
Borrow it.
I wanted to see if I could get in the truck and then at least spend my turn turning it on, because I kind of want to run these guys into the house.
Yeah. I support this
I know.
plan. It's
But
been going well in the past.
I know that that's probably not possible all in one round, but if I can at least turn on the vehicle and blind them with the headlights, I'll take that.
My poor truck.
I know. I was like, do I want to put poor Shep's truck into more like of a mess?
Shep's going to have to be begging his parents for a birthday vehicle.
Make a common knowledge roll.
Common knowledge.
That key doesn't want to engage easily. But with a common knowledge, you flip it over and insert it correctly. Sure, the truck springs to life.
Like a 4, probably.
Vroom.
Okay.
Vroom.
I'm gonna put on the fog lights.
Okay. They aim straight ahead.
Yeah, these two guys. Hopefully, it does something.
Okay.
I don't know.
Sophia, it's your turn.
She's going to make a second attempt at. Wait, no, there's a smarts roll first for the safety. That's right.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Right, I remembered that. Where the smarts go. Right up here.
Attributes.
It's a success. You disabled the safety on the Sig Sauer that formerly belonged to Ahuva Shapiro.
And she does a shooting.
Bang! Oh, almost a crit fail. Oh.
So I can Benny that.
You can Benny that.
You
can Benny that -1 if you like.
Goodness gracious.
Now, do you have him a 9? Untrained. With a wound. You got a 9. -3 is a 6. Is a hit. I believe the Sig Sauer does 2d6. Let me,
I can throw the dice in.
okay. I think it's a 2d6. 8 points of damage. Do you want to keep it?
The 6 should have aced.
I'm happy with 8.
That's true. Or does damage ace like that?
It does.
Yes.
Oh.
Throw
I
another
don't
6.
often do damage.
Another 6 probably is
A
is
good
neat.
thing.
Yeah.
Toss another
Another
d6. Let's add it to the pile. You've got 8 showing.
Oh.
Another 3. We'll make that an 11.
11.
Nice.
His toughness is a 7. And 11 is a hit with a raise. It would shake him and wound him, unless you would like to roll that damage again.
I'm happy with what I've got.
A wound.
Got him. My gosh.
Can Sophia also start screaming, "No, stop, get away"?
Sure.
Yes. I want to wake the whole neighborhood.
I will advance your turn unless there's something else you would like to do.
Oh, nope, I'm done.
Just probably winged him in the bicep. Okay, Irwin is no longer shaken. He gets a 9 and removes his penalty.
Oh boy.
He's going to move. He's got like a D10 in smarts. He realizes what the truck is capable of doing. He moves to there, and he's going to endeavor to use a charge from his Necklace of the Snowman.
Oh boy.
Spirit roll. A 5 is a success. He does 2d6 points of damage, possibly, to Shep.
Man.
Doesn't let me type it. Do I have to edit the list? And then type in? No.
The damage.
Let's go back here. How did I do this before? Range, duration, trappings, Necklace of the Snowman. Oh, there, on that line there. 2d6. And there the dice are. Shep, you are only shaken by 5 icy points of damage. Would you like to?
I laugh at him.
Would you like to Benny that? Can you Benny that? You could. You don't have to. You're at the end of the.
Yeah, I'm up next.
Okay. So as shaken, okay, I'll click on the shaken,
So
and I will off of Irwin, and we should see you get that sweet free reroll.
hopefully.
A 6.
And it's removed.
It is your turn. You automatically unshook. What is it that you would like to do? You know that you have used that bouillabaisse disc, that coin, twice before on the same day.
Yeah. So
Talisman is the word. I still struggle.
There we go.
I want to say
I
relic.
tried to remember it too. So let's see. He's shaken. But no. Martin's shaken and no wounds, and Revinowitz is wounded, correct?
Detective Martin was probably, his bicep was just winged by a bullet. No wounds. Wait, why does it say 2 wounds? That's not right. Help me out here. How did Hector get 2 wounds? I don't think he has 2 wounds. I think he was only shaken. I must have typed
I
him.
haven't attacked him, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think I was trying to type a -2 in the parchment, and maybe that text box had focus or something. He's still shaken, nevertheless.
Okay, I'm going to swing my grubby little heavy backpack at Revinowitz.
Okay, can do.
Oh dang, he's got some good parry, huh?
Hmm.
He's no noodle arm.
He is, but he's fast and foxy, and smart, and smart.
Is my parry now? I'm thinking about it. Wow, what is parry based off of? While I'm pondering here.
Is
it
it your
strength?
I think it's your fighting divided by 2 plus 2. Because if you have 0 fighting, you get a 2 parry.
Oh, that's why I have it too.
Hmm.
Ah,
So Shep, you swung and
Okay.
missed. Is there something else you would like to do?
Yeah, I'm going to try to hit him with the back swing to his midsection.
You'd have to announce that before you tried, because that
Well,
would
I
be
mean, a Benny is what I'm trying to say.
understood.
I'm
Benny at
sorry.
Benny at will.
oh
Didn't do it
boy.
that way. Well, it used it, but it didn't re-roll it. So let me go back. There we go. That hit him.
You exceeded his parry by 1, so it is not a hit with a raise. Nevertheless, it is a hit. You may apply your damage and try to beat his
He's unarmed.
Oh.
unharmed.
However, I'm going to move to that side of him.
Okay.
And that's going to be it for me.
Okay. Next round.
oh goodness.
And yes, you might have seen that Hector got a reroll because he's quick. It looks like he got a 5 or something the first, or a 4 or something, and he was able to
Oh, so he
redraw.
was under us.
Yep.
I was like,
Boosts my
oh.
guys to sort of at the middle of the round. Sophia way at the top with an ace. Ava and Shep at the bottom with a pair of 5s. Would anyone like to re-roll?
Well, I'm out of bennies, so no. I'm just hoping he's out of bennies soon.
I'm gonna save my Benny for an emergency situation that I know she might be in.
Okay. We begin the round. Everybody make a notice roll. 5, a 5, and a -1.
4. Keep forgetting to do a -1.
Shep, do you generally have your windows up or down on your truck? I know it's unlocked.
What season is it?
The
Is
rainy
it still
season.
Well, I mean, is it Indian summer, summer?
Yeah, Indian summer
If it's,
or past.
it would. I mean, it would. They would be down because I figure his truck's probably that fake leather, so he didn't care if it gets wet
Okay.
on the seat.
Um, Shep, you and Ava both notice a bedroom window opening, and you see a dark figure inside your house.
Oh no.
I hope that's Mir.
They hurt the puppy dog. I will haunt them and bite their ankles at night.
That window right there. Sophia, you're engaged with the handsome Detective Martin. And it is your turn because you are ace. What would you like to do?
Make him unhandsome, friend.
I guess I'm gonna shoot again.
Okay.
Let's try it.
Bang!
Failed. I'm just gonna. I want to save my bunny just in case. So
Understood.
yeah.
We'll advance your turn. We'll go to Hector Martin. He's going to strike you. He's going to strike. He had Ava targeted because of the attack of opportunity. I'll clear targets. I'll select targets. Sophia is targeted. He swings his heavy metal baseball bat.
Oh gosh.
And there were some dice. That's a hit with a raise. That is a hit with a raise for an additional d6 of damage. I will enable the d6 of extra damage die. That hit with a raise will do nominally, as you do have a Benny. Ten points of damage for a wound. This time he did not jab at your wounded abdomen. This was a swing just to the side of your head. Looks like your shoulder took the brunt of it. 10 points of damage. It is a raise, with that raise included. It is a hit with a raise. It shakes you and does another wound. Would you like to soak?
Absolutely yes.
Okay. I guess drop that last precious resource onto that drop of blood, that one, and hope for a good roll. It is not a good roll.
Nope.
Oh no.
From sound strategy, role playing, and good use of resources, three bennies drop from the heavens, and one lands in each of your trays.
The benevolent dean strikes again.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Now let's hope the card gods are with us this next round.
Now, Sophia, you can hold on to that Benny, or I will allow you to apply it to try to rid yourself of that wound.
I'm gonna try again with that.
I think it takes a. Nope. It's not meant to be. Apply.
Nope.
You're getting woozy.
Been through too much.
I
Sophia.
know.
2 wounds.
Poor Sophia.
At 3, you're incapacitated. Just need to do something right quick.
Six of hearts.
Hector's going to readjust. He already swung this round, so I will advance past him to Irwin. Irwin's going to swing.
What's with the 6 of hearts?
Never you mind, little miss. Oh my gosh, no. Oh, okay. Yeah, Irwin Revinowitz manages to crit fail on his swing.
Wow.
I hope he punches himself in the glass.
He is vulnerable as he swings wide over you, and he ends up facing the window. Before we get to you, Ava, I
Yeah.
need Mir to make an untrained. I don't think Mir had shooting. Now he might have had shooting, just didn't have a gun.
No.
I don't know if he had
He
shooting
wasn't.
or not. He was in the military at one point.
Was
He
he?
wasn't the shooting type.
Was
Yeah,
he in the
that's where his
military?
leg. That's supposedly, if I remember the story right, that's where his leg. He got his leg injury.
Yeah, because there's like required military service overseas.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Good job.
A 15. He opened that window. Irwin swung wide and ends up facing the window, and he sees the handsome, dark-complected Mir smiling at him from inside his house. Your house. I believe he went in and opened up Shep's window. I think that might be Shep's bedroom.
Yes.
Possibly. That. Yeah. Well, that's either mine or Erica's.
Let's see
One
what
or the
this
other.
roll comes up at. A 5, and a 4. That's going to be 14. So that's a hit. That's let's see, his toughness is only 5. So a 9 is a raise. A 13 is a raise. That's a 14. That is a hit with 2 raises. That shakes him again
He spun you right around.
and does 2 wounds.
Wow. Did Mir
Center
smack
shot.
him so hard?
Oops. No, not 13 wounds. 3
I'll take that
wounds.
too.
we knocked him out.
Shaken. He is
Mir knocked
incapacitated
him out.
at 4. He has. You can
Oh,
act
dang.
with 3.
He's not feeling so good.
Text movement. Wounds. Incapacitation. May not perform. Bleeding out. Damage. Bonus damage. Unarmed damage. Take a single wound. Take 3 wounds and can still function. Further wounds incapacitates him. I'm sorry, Ava. I interrupted you. It is your turn.
All right. So I see that these people have moved. I want to drive up close enough where I could try and pepper spray. Oh wait, what side am I on? The driver's side, facing. So I guess I would be closer to to Irwin. I'm trying to like orient myself in
You
this
would have to
situation.
drive towards Irwin, put it in
Yeah.
park, and
Like if I'm
then
driving, I'm technically on.
you're the other side, yeah.
I'm technically over here.
Now, I would let you make a shot at him with, would give him cover as you're trying to shoot out of an open window, so the door would block some portion of his anatomy.
Yeah, but Ava knows that she's no good with shooting stuff. That's
That's
the
fair.
problem.
That's fair.
Yeah. So I would want to, like, she wants to stay within the safety bubble of the vehicle, but use the open window as a source of, something to shoot out of.
It's
So if I
fast,
could drag
furious, and
this
fun.
over here.
If you can justify it,
Oh, I put the car over her again. There we go. Like right here somewhere. Yeah. Yeah. And I'll use the window to try and spray at Irwin in the face while he's,
well, his
I
back is
guess,
to you, but
still
certainly he hears the truck and he will turn in a reactive fashion.
while he's a little bit conked out of focus from his critical failure, I guess.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
probably punctured a lung, that bullet.
so that's a nice one. And that is a fighting for her, so I'll do that. It's at -1. Ooh, a 7.
Okay.
So that was my. I'm trying to keep track of how many shots I've been using.
It sounds like I
Just
need to
3
make a
left.
vigor roll at -2.
Yeah.
And that
Yes.
vigor roll at -2 is also complicated by the fact that he's sporting some wounds. I'm going to call that a failure because I didn't see the minus get applied.
Ooh.
I didn't. I mean, it's a
So if he fails,
no.
he's stunned.
He is stunned. The stunned condition. I believe you are shaken and vulnerable, and there's a chance you'll fall prone or to one knee.
Okay. And I will.
Stunned. Stun guns, etc., 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 are distracted, fall prone or to their knees. He's going to fall prone. They can't move. They can't take actions. They're subject to the drop recovery. At the start of his character's roll, he makes a vigor roll, and success means he's no longer stunned. He will remain distracted and vulnerable. That is unfortunate.
Cool.
That is unfortunate.
I will push the button that locks all of the doors in this car and end my turn.
I don't think. All right, we'll say his truck does have that. I'm not sure if it's that fancy schmancy.
I don't know if that's a thing, but at least on the driver's side, if it's not a thing,
I was about to say she would probably would have
side.
like locked the other side where the gun was.
Okay. Now, was that pepper spray?
Left.
That was pepper spray, not a stun gun, right?
No, pepper
Yeah.
spray. I have 3
Okay.
shots of
Okay.
it left.
He's laying on the ground in front of you, Irwin is, Shep. The tears are streaming, making dirty streaks down the side of his face. He's rubbing his eyes with his sleeve. And you can act, and you have the drop on him if you would like to use it. I think the drop gives you
Oh yeah,
a plus
he's definitely getting a
4.
backpack to the side of the head again.
The
But
drop
I am
adds
gonna look
plus
at him.
4 to the attacker's character's attack. And damage rolls. I didn't
4.
remember that. Plus 4 to damage against him
Nice.
for 1 action.
Okay, and I'm going to go. So, how's those powers treating you now?
Oh, God, I have birds!
Oh, goodness gracious. This man has been beaten down.
He got hit.
Yay.
Plus 4 to damage.
And he got 2 wounds out of it.
Incapacitated.
Okay, so what happens is you strike down with all your force, and this is a good angle. A good angle to use this backpack. Above your head and straight down. You club him right in the face, and his face collapses inwards. You basically just mangle his nose and the cleft of his mouth. Teeth shatter and break. Um, as you pull back, he's moaning and blood is spurting out of his mouth and nose. One of his eyes is swollen completely shut. The other one is sort of glazed and he's semi-conscious. You witness out of the ground comes this black spirit, a shade, a shadow, if you will. Think of the movie Ghost with Patrick Swayze. Those
Hmm.
those black specters that haul that guy to hell. How they like come up and spin and engulf him. There's only one of them, but it is a tall, gaunt male shape, and it essentially covers his face and smothers him. And you see his arms and legs, Irwin's arms and legs, start to shake as he was already dead, basically, by the damage you did. He was already choking on his own blood. But
Oh.
this thing just basically smothers the life out of him. And then it stands up and it points to Hector Martin and he says, "You!" And of course, it's not Hector Martin's turn, so he can't run away. But
Oh my.
he drops his club and his gun, and his hands are shaking. No, he doesn't drop it. Yeah, he drops his gun. And then this black specter raises his arms, and it looks like 100 spirits all at once are drawn and sucked into him, if that makes sense. They come generally from one direction. We'll call it north by northeast. But this army of flying specters, some very fast, some a little bit slower, are absorbed into his essence. And for a moment, Shep, you swear it resembles the being that you had that premonition of fighting. Although he's not fully formed, his lips peel back
Oh
in a
my.
rictus grin, revealing his yellow teeth. His eyes are not fully formed, they're wicked red pinpricks of light. They don't have eyeballs. His skin looks flaky and dry just for a moment. And then, with a cackle, he rises into the sky with his arms spread and then loses material form and vanishes just like that. Sophia, you see that Hector Martin has urinated on himself.
Oh my gosh.
Irwin is quite dead. And it also occurs to you, and this is just as we wrap up, we'll pick this up next time. You realize that when Mir shot Irwin, he shot him through Shep, your favorite feather down pillow. He used as
Ah,
a makeshift suppressor. So there are feathers kind of floating around too. It's odd, right? It's an odd thing to witness. Um,
wow. Wild, guys. Oh my goodness.
Dang.
Sirens wail in the distance. The police will be here soon. However, you're certain that there is enough evidence that the two were lying in wait for you, fully armed and ready for battle.
Oh, and we know a lawyer.
And we know a lawyer.
Yes.
And
And we have a rich benefactor.
as the scene fades, it momentarily lights up in another part of Pine Box, Texas. Um, it is the following morning. A small, pale, wan girl of perhaps 7 years of age wakes up, her eyes bright and cheerful, and she stretches and yawns. And she looks around and she's like, Mommy, where are we? We went to a hotel, darling. Matthew wakes up from the other bed and says, I'm starving. Let's go to the pancake house. Let's go to Ma's diner. And the little girl, through a yawn, says, Mommy, I'm hungry too. Can we have pancakes?
Yeah.
And the scene slowly fades to gray. Lisa Gray fades to gray.
Lisa Gray.
And I'm going
Yeah.
to stop the recording there. You have successfully eradicated the spirits that are haunting the Gray residence. Although there is still
Cool.
much of this story to tell. And this also completes the module,
Okay.
the last
Nice.
rites of the Blackguard.
Wow.
Okay. I was going to say. I was like,
Like there's more though.
Ah.
A weird ghost thing just kind of disappeared.
Yeah. A weird ghost thing.
And that is where
That
we will
sounds
leave
like
it.
a
Shep
future
just
adventure.
looks at Ava and Sophia and Mir and goes, was it me?
It wasn't me.
Was it you? Are you sure?
Yes.
It was just
He was
behind the
he
wheel.
was dealing with some very dark powers for his magic. And Shep will make sure he grabs that talisman.
Were
Okay.
they powers that he could not comprehend? Shep.
Oh yeah.
The two joined silver discs, one smaller than the
Mhm.
other, actually looks like a snowman. Perhaps not surprisingly. And that's where we're going to stop recording, and that
gosh.
is where we are going to tie up this session 12, an
Awesome.
even dozen.